Things go from bad to worse for Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I hope you're all doing great. If you're new, please subscribe. Subscribe right away. Never been a more important time in history. In history, friends, historical times, to get centered and surrounded with like-minded people. Iron will sharpen iron. We got to sharpen some iron today, my friends. So let's take a look today at one of the first companies to usher in this diversity, woke, pride, gender, alphabet, marketing schemes, neglecting their core consumers for a small niche base of consumers, a full roll of the dice that imploded. Where are they trading at today? You want to know the health and the fitness of a company? We'll find out if they're trading on the stock exchange. If they're there, that's a pretty good indicator, a look into the health and the fitness of their company. Here's the thing. This one's scary because we've seen this, and I know we've had smart people on the show, much smarter than me when it comes to this particular topic, and if not a lot of topics, but it's this one in specific. We see companies continue to go woke because they're forced to have this diversity component implemented within your company. It doesn't matter who you are now. Home Depot, Walmart, all these big entities now have to. It's mandatory. It's part of the training. If you hire a new employee, you got to get them through their training. Of course, they have trainings. Usually our trainings consist of HR and compliance and other things other than this. This was the first year that we've seen, if you were had your standard training program for employees, you had to train them on the alphabet, woke, compliance, etiquette, ethics. This is it. This is now ushered in, and if you have a company, it's forced upon you. So this is the forced collapse of companies. We're going to make your sales suffer. Why, you ask? Well, of course I'm going to tell you. Or how do I know that, you ask? Well, of course I'm going to tell you that too. Because we've already seen the big companies that ushered this in first implode. It was almost like on purpose, this implosion. Like they knew. Why? Well, of course I'm going to tell you again. Because let's say you're, Target, and you just saw what happened to Bud Light, and this is an alcoholic beverage, right? Like if you could pull this off, that alcohol served at some nightclub would be. Target's a family store where you walk your kids in. You don't walk your kids into a nightclub, but you walk them into Target. If Bud Light, an alcoholic beverage, couldn't make this work, of course it's not going to work anywhere. Dodger Stadium, Disneyland, Target, everybody is ushering it. Our own White House is now saying your kids aren't your kids anymore. They're all of our kids. Your kid's my kid. Drop them off. Kidding me? Whew. Sick. So when I see, my friends, this is what's going on. When I see companies now that have ushered in this publicly and had it implode on them. If you want to know what's really going on, take a look and see where their stocks are trading at. Let's go ahead and jump over and see one of the first companies, if not the first one, to have a public train wreck with this narrative being pushed and see what happened to their stock value. Let's go ahead and roll that chart right now. All right, friends, buckle up and strap in. Let's take a look at Anheuser-Busch and where they're currently trading at. Now, if we take a look at their full pullback of their trading history, based on what I've seen at the height prior to the crisis and the Mulvaney debacle, they were trading at approximately $111 per share. They are now trading at, the time of this video, $56 a share. I'm not a rocket scientist or a mathematician, but I believe that's a 50% haircut. Companies typically don't recover from 50% haircuts. This thing has disaster written all over it, but there's some dirty little secret, an elephant in the room. Let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. So there you go. 50% haircut. And we're not talking, that wasn't just Bud Light sales. That's Anheuser-Busch, the umbrella of many other beverages. Under their whole company took a 50% haircut based on what I just think I looked at. That's not good. So why would you as a company that's clearly got smart people take a look? Hey, this is what happened to Anheuser-Busch. Man, if their stocks take 50%, I got a good idea. Let's do our own campaign and see if we can capitalize on some increased sales. No, you're not. This won't increase your sales. The only thing it's been proven to do now is decrease your sales. So why? Why then do companies continue to line up and roll out these ad campaigns that are clearly only going to make you suffer? Well, of course, we know. Being forced to. We're going to crush you either one of two ways. You can either get on board and maybe get some bailouts and we'll come help you because we want you to continue to be pushing this narrative, or we'll squash you, or you'll squash yourself. Take your pick in final thoughts. I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a guy that just wants to see you win in life. Because life used to be a pretty beautiful thing, and it still can be. The first step of getting past a problem, admit there's a problem. That's a pretty big problem, I would imagine. This doesn't seem like it's ending well. Maybe it was one big pandemic to usher this all in. Truth is usually somewhere in the middle. We'll get out of the problem and in the solution. That's all we can do at this point. Understand. A world full of woke, AI, artificial, superficial existence is only going to make us sick. We need to be more centered, surrounded, balanced, understand the waters we're swimming in, admit when there's a problem, and then accept it and move away from the problem, even if it costs you a buck. I'm going to continue to blow the lid off it every step of the way because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like, contact me there. If you enjoyed this video, I think you're going to love the next video on your screen, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Be a good human. I'll see you on the next video.